I am so excited to be announcing the founding member launch of the brand new and improved Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator. Hi, I'm Mallory Whitfield. This is Badass Creatives, your home for marketing, business, and life advice for artists, makers, and creative badasses just like you. I have 20 years of experience as a creative entrepreneur. I started my own handmade business way back in 2004. I did art markets for nearly a decade, and then in the decade since then, I've worked professionally in digital marketing and taught workshops to hundreds of artists and creatives and makers and small business owners, and I love sharing what I know. I'm a frequent speaker at events like Craftcation Conference. I was a former adjunct professor for Tulane University's School of Professional Advancement and the author of 2 books, How to Make Money at Craft Shows, and We Are the Weird Ones, Embrace Your Weird for a Kinder, More Inclusive World. And of course, I'm the founder of the Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator. So before I give you some info about this new and improved version, let me give you a little backstory about what we've done so far. So back in 2018, I was hosting the Badass Creatives podcast, and I created an in-person retreat version of the Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator. This was the very first version that we did, and it was so amazing. I taught a whole bunch of workshops about different digital marketing topics. We had in-person sessions where we really got to dive in and got to coach some of the participants on their specific issues and their specific businesses, and it was great, and I had big plans. And then about a month after that in-person retreat here in New Orleans, a bunch of life stuff happened and I kind of veered in another direction for a few years. Well, then a couple of years ago in 2022, I remembered how much I love working with artists, makers, and creatives and teaching marketing to them. And so I launched a new version of the Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator. This was a beta program. We had just a handful of students who participated in 9 weeks of live Zoom workshops. We dove deep into all different aspects of digital marketing and running a creative business. And we have a private Facebook group community and these monthly office hours group coaching calls, which, by the way, those monthly office hours group coaching calls, those will continue in this new version of the Marketing Accelerator. Now, this new beta version that I launched last year in 2022 was going really well. I was in the process of starting to build out some shorter videos for the program. And then more life happened. Our apartment in New Orleans literally got struck by lightning. Luckily, everyone is fine. This is more than a year ago now. But we had a fire, and so I had to pivot, and we, had a lot of life changes for a while. And that's the thing. Sometimes life happens and you do have to pivot in your creative business. And that definitely happened to me. And it also made me rethink some things about this program over this last year or so, as I've had a lot of personal growth happening because of going through that, frankly, traumatic experience. So I realized a couple of things about the way I wanted to create and co-create the Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator moving forward. For the old version, we had this small private Facebook group, which, a lot of us have mixed feelings about Facebook, myself included, and a lot of the students as part of the beta program also feel similarly, like we don't love being on Facebook for a variety of reasons. But I love, and I know the students love, having a place to connect with each other, having an easy place to turn and post a question and get feedback and support and share our wins and successes. And so that was really important to me, to look for other alternatives to Facebook to host a really engaging, supportive community group. And that's what I found, and that's going to be part of this new version of the Marketing Accelerator. So one of the other things that I've sort of reconsidered and thought a lot about is what content and what information I offer here for free on YouTube and through other resources like my blog and other things. And then what information is helpful to share in a private community, in a private space like the Marketing Accelerator. A couple of years ago, I had these visions of making the Marketing Accelerator another online course, but then I realized I don't want to do that. I would rather share informational, how-to, instructional stuff that can be helpful for a lot of people here for free on YouTube so that it can be helpful for a lot of other people. So this new version of the Marketing Accelerator is not just another online course. I promise you this. I actually recently moved the videos that I'd been creating for the old version of the Marketing Accelerator over here to YouTube. So if you head over to my SEO for Beginners playlist, you can actually find some of those videos that I re-edited a bit and made them free and available for everybody to watch. Okay, so you may be wondering, okay, well then what is in this new version of the Marketing Accelerator? Good question. While the new program is not just another online course, that is for sure, it does have a virtual classroom. But instead of focusing on all sorts of bite-sized videos, I'm gonna primarily put those here on YouTube. It does offer resources and specific guidance and interactive worksheets. So inside of the Marketing Accelerator, you'll find this virtual classroom, and you'll see that I have a lot of it organized based on what I call the marketing pyramid. And this is the 3-part where you start your foundations with your brand, you build with your own marketing channels, such as your own website, search engine optimization, and your email marketing, things that you can control. And then you build third-party marketing channels on top of that. This is focusing on stuff like social media, maybe paid search ads, Facebook ads, working with influencers, getting press and publicity for your business, right? So all of these things are important to your business, but I always suggest to make sure that you have a really clear understanding of what your brand is, who your ideal customer is, who you are trying to attract as far as your customer, and then making sure that you have your website in place, your search engine optimization, your email marketing, and then building, right? So that's the way that I've got everything structured in this virtual classroom. And within each of these, we've got these interactive worksheets. And this is honestly one of the places where some of the past students have found the most value, because this is where you get to actually think through things for yourself with the help and guidance of me, right? You get to get feedback from me and the community of your peers on what you come up with for these worksheets. But you get to think through what makes sense for you and your business, right? And these things can change and evolve. I've had students reuse these worksheets, right? They'll go through the worksheet, and then a few months later, as they sort of like learn and realize things that have shifted or changed about what they want for their business and their life, they'll go through the worksheets again. And I really encourage that. And so that actually brings me to another part of this Marketing Accelerator that's a new addition that I'm really excited about. This will be launching in 2024, which is these seasonal planning sessions. So I'm introducing these seasonal planning sessions and the seasonal planning worksheets to help you have an opportunity to periodically check in and make sure what's working, what's not. What do you want for your business and your life in the coming season and in the coming months? Right? And the world moves so fast. And so I think that's why it's really important and helpful to do this check-in every few months or so. Some people might call these quarterly planning sessions. You can certainly think of it that way because that's how this is gonna happen. It's gonna be every 3 months or so. But I like to think of it in terms of the seasons, in terms of growth. If you've watched my recent video on how I've started to think differently about business growth, you might understand. But so we're gonna have the first one kicking off in winter in January 2024. I've got 2 scheduled times to accommodate different time zones and different schedules and things. And if you can't make either of the in-person or Zoom sessions, they're gonna be live and in-person via Zoom. But if you can't make those, you are also able to do the worksheets on your own and still post in the community to get feedback from me and your peers and things. So I'm really excited about these seasonal planning sessions. We also have our monthly office hours, which are live Zoom sessions. This is a place where you can ask any question that's on your mind, really, a place to chat about what's going on in your business, get feedback. And this is a place where, we can talk about digital marketing specific stuff. We can get into the nitty-gritty how-to of search engine optimization for your website and things like that. But it's also a place to talk about some of the mindset stuff that comes up with running a creative business and being a multi-passionate creative person. I've noticed this is one of the things that a lot of my current beta program students and other clients and students that I've worked with throughout different workshops and things, this is one of the things that we all have these struggles, right? I actually have my own business coach that I work with for these very things. It's always helpful to have other outside perspectives to kind of bounce ideas off of, make sure that, you're not the only one who feels this way. And sometimes that can feel really reassuring, right? To know that even other people who are way more experienced in business than you also deal with a lot of the same stuff, right? I see that with my business coach, who's amazing. And I love being able to chat through those things and talk through it because, look, the important part of the Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator to me is that we are co-creating this community. I fully believe that we all have something to teach and we all have something to learn. And that's really important to me. And that's really why I want to this community to be a community and a mentorship, and I'm not the only mentor in it, right? Your fellow other students, your fellow other community members and participants in the Marketing Accelerator can be other mentors, and you can be a mentor for somebody else. That is what I want to create in this community. And this community aspect is a big part of the Marketing Accelerator. We also have very clear values and community guidelines to make sure that this is a supportive and inclusive space. So let's talk about who the program is for and not for. As I just mentioned, the Marketing Accelerator is really for people who value an inclusive, supportive, positive community, right? You can check out more of our specific values and community guidelines at badasscreatives.com. But we want to be there for each other, and we also want to come from a mindset of curiosity and compassion, and we want to be able to bring our authentic selves, and we want other people to be able to show up as their authentic selves as well, right? So those are all really important values if you're going to be part of this Badass Creatives Marketing Accelerator community. Now, as far as what types of artists, creatives, makers this is for, it's kind of open-ended, right? Who it's not for, if you are only a service provider, only a coach, or only a consultant, or trying to make your own online courses, this is not for you, right? I want to work with people who are making things, making art, making creative projects, and that can include a lot of different things. Maybe you already have an Etsy store, but you really want to scale it. You want to have your own online shop, and you want the support and guidance to help you as you develop that, right? This is great for you. You might be a jewelry artist. You might be a bath and body products maker. You might make handmade soap or candles. All of those types of things are great for this program. If you're a multi-passionate creative where you're trying to figure out how to blend multiple creative products and passions together under one brand, perhaps, we have some people in the group already who definitely fit that. I feel like I identify with that multi-passionate, multi-interested creative. So you will definitely be a good fit if you feel like that identifies with you. If you're somebody who identifies as highly sensitive, empathetic, you have a big, soft heart, you are definitely for this program. This is for you. The way that I approach teaching digital marketing and running a business, I like to focus on what is sustainable for you, right? And we all have different ideas of what that looks like in terms of, how much money or attention or energy we want to spend and devote to marketing our businesses, to running our businesses, right? This is why I have the marketing pyramid that focuses on building your strong foundation of your brand first, and then focusing on the channels of marketing that you can own and control, like your website and your SEO and your email, and then focusing on social media. So if you're sick of like the social media hamster wheel and feeling like you can't take it with Instagram or TikTok or whatever anymore, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I got to figure out another way, this is for you. Okay, who it's not for, right? If you're the opposite of any of those things I said, maybe find something else, right? I will also say that this program is not right for you if you are trying to sell products that are part of some sort of multi-level marketing pyramid scheme type of thing. So no LuLaRoe, Tupperware, Avon, none of that stuff. This is not for that. And this is also not for you if you are looking for get rich quick stuff. If you found me through some sort of like my Etsy SEO video is very popular, right? And I share a lot of really helpful information, but I see, there's topics on here on YouTube with Etsy SEO where people just want to get rich quick. And so if you are trying to get rich quick, this program is probably not for you, because I don't believe that that is a thing that is real and sustainable and lasting. So we are about building our creative businesses for the long term. We are about building businesses that serve us for the life of our business, for the life of us, to create the lifestyle that we want. Because living life is very important, right? Making a ton of money very, very quickly is not always the solution that's going to come. And so that's not what we're focused on here. What we are focused on is building a business that grows and grows and grows and grows over time, but that might not happen tomorrow, and that might not happen in like 3 weeks from now, right? But we're focused on building something for the long term that will last. So this Marketing Accelerator is for people who really want the support to grow their business, to think in a mindful way about what they want their business and lifestyle to be, and who want the support of both me and a community of like-minded peers. I'm gonna be co-creating this community with you, especially with you founding members. So if you join, you can get involved and participate, and also let me know what you want to learn more about, what you need support with, and that's what I'm gonna be prioritizing as far as creating additional new resources and things. So it's gonna be really fun, and I hope you will join me along for this ride as a founding member. Okay, so you're like, I'm in, how do I get involved? What does it cost? What is the commitment? Okay, so I got you. So in 2024, it will become a monthly membership at $99 a month. However, right now, during this founding member period, you can join for 50% off. So what this looks like is until January 7th, 2024, this is the founding member period. So if you apply and join anytime between now and then, you pay $594. That's for the entire year. You get access from the moment you join. So we've got a couple of office hours calls through the end of this year, 2023. You can go ahead and get involved in those, and you get access to everything until December 31st, 2024. So for 50% off, you are committing to provide yourself with support and community for all of next year, which doesn't that feel good, right? That's what I want. I want you to feel good. So if you're interested, head over to badasscreatives.com. You can learn more about the program. You can apply. If you said yes to everything that I was saying in this video, then you are a good fit, and I would love to see you in the community, and I hope I do. And look, either way, I hope you continue to stay tuned here on YouTube. I'll continue to put out more helpful educational videos, share with you lots of free resources here on YouTube and on my blog. And so stay tuned.